Hello. It's going to happen again. I'm just warning you both. Because I did not get to pause it. It still hasn't come on yet. What's going on? All
Not
right,
happened
whatever.
this time.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen. Whatever. So, hello.
What's
Can
up, everyone?
I'm a little confused. Can everybody see us?
Yes.
I think
Yes, I
so.
can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see us.
Oh, yeah. I can see
Twice.
us. I don't know if they can see
No,
us.
I
'Cause
meant.
on
Yeah, I have it on my phone
you,
too.
oh,
I
you
can
do?
see us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they can see us.
There it's there.
Can
Whatever. Good Monday.
Can they see us now?
Oh.
How about now? How about now? Anyways. Happy
Oh, man.
Monday. How's everybody
Happy Monday.
feeling?
Hey guys, that
It is.
was all free. Just to let you know.
Okay, good. Well, I'm going to close this window because I don't want it to just start automatically and then something gets screwed up. So, you guys are in charge of wrenching people. If someone needs wrenched or deleted.
Got
So,
it.
how's Monday going? Good, bad, terrible?
Horrible.
Probably like 70%. So that's pretty good for me. You know?
Yeah, Monday for Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's been horrible because all I'm getting is half offers on Poshmark. Nothing on eBay, surprisingly. But
Wow.
my weekends were amazing though. It was crazy busy on during the weekend. No
Yeah.
idea why, and apparently it's been happening to everybody.
Yes, it has happened to us. Saturday went nuts and Sunday went nuts, and today was good
Mhm.
too. Actually, we actually did pretty decent today. The ephemera seems to be holding us through because we're selling a lot of it, like a ridiculous amount of it. So I'm okay with it. But yeah, we sold the shoes from that haul on Saturday. So
Nice. All of them or just some?
just the two Air Maxes.
I'm not surprised.
And they were, I don't think they were OG Air Maxes, but they were around that time. Like, probably like early 2000 Air Maxes. So, I knew they were going to go fast, but they're not worth much, believe it or not. They're only worth like $40 in that condition.
Yeah.
So, I thought they'd be worth a little more than that, but.
Yeah, even though it has the Air Max name on it, some of them are only worth very little.
Yeah. Well, I looked it up when I was at the garage sale, and I found a pair that looked just like them, and they were selling for like $50 to $60 a piece. But then when you run the number, it went to like 30 to 40 at most, and I was like, oh, okay, well, whoops. I mean, it still was a double, but
It's
wasn't
still
as good as
something.
it. It's something, exactly.
Yeah.
that's all that matters, because I was thinking about maybe doing something else for a little while, but yeah.
I mean, it's only double. It's okay.
You have all these people that are like, I won't do anything unless it's 6 times my money. Send it over here. I'll do it.
Yeah, that's
right.
what I said.
Yeah,
No
it's you should see my garage. It's just full of stuff that I more than likely overpaid because they're only worth $20-$30, but I'll double my money. That's
Yeah.
good enough for me.
Absolutely.
Money's money.
Exactly.
I mean, I care about profit margins on certain things. You know, like that Tool shirt. I wasn't letting go for anything less than a certain amount of money. But
You were like, we are not taking it
yeah,
off on that.
I just, I mean, I'll take an offer on it, but I'll take like a reasonable offer. Like I'll give you $20 off or something like that. But I'm not throwing this thing out as fast as humanly possible. It's just not happening. So say hi to some people. We got Rosie, first one in, 9:00. Hey yo.
Hey, Rosie.
Hey, Rosie.
I saw you being sponsored from the Goodwill, your page, the one that you shared.
That's right. Yeah, she did. It was a good picture too. It was like,
Oh, the one where she's like,
yeah.
that was actually perfect. I mean, it was cool.
It was good.
It was.
I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny. My Goldwill didn't ask me to do that, or wouldn't. They probably wouldn't. They'd be like, "That's that guy that yelled at me about the sign." So
That's the one that called corporate on us. No, emailed corporate on us.
that's right. Take that. Then Sarah says hi to Rosie, but doesn't say hi to us. So better warn everyone.
Did you guys get a price on all the cabbies that they were previewing?
Where? At the
Because you guys went. you guys went to go pick up the albums, and she kept saying, "There's a lot of cabbies. There's a lot of cabbies."
Oh, they're high bid auctions. Yeah, so it
Oh.
starts at $1 or something, but it'll end next Saturday. So
Okay.
wherever they're at, chances are good Sarah will win all of them because she has to, and they're in lots of twos. So, but yeah.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Man.
We might lose power. That is true, but I don't think so. It looks like the storms blew over. We did lose power a few minutes ago, but it looks like the storms have passed. So. that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that we won't lose power, because I don't know. It's weird. Like sometimes when the wind blows around here, it just it's gone. But I think you guys can survive for like 30 minutes without me or something.
Yeah. Just jump on your phone. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. So, anyways, Rosie, yes, I'm not going to put your comment up, but yeah, I agree. My blunder Monday. She said F Mondays, in case anybody's wondering. Hi, Shorty. Thanks for stopping by. Not so Shorty reselling the house. What's happening? William says, I'm going to take a Yin's guy's advice and stop answering sellers' questions. It took everything out of me not to answer one last night, but I actually tried to. So somebody wanted to know what it said on the inside pocket of these Levi's we bought. And I'm like, and I walked in here because all the jeans used to be right up there. And I walked in here and I'm like, oh, she moved them. And she's like, I'm like, Sarah, where'd you move the jeans? She's like, in the basement. I'm like,
Yeah, we're good.
I had the exact same thing. Somebody wanted me to measure the bed of the insoles of a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You want them, do it when you purchase them. Then if you want to return them, do it at your expense.
yeah,
I guarantee it's for their big toe.
probably, yeah.
I'm serious. Yeah, I'm serious. Like,
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna waste my time.
I've found that, yeah, you get the question, and you inevitably either get another question or you get a favor is the next thing. Like, can you do this with this shipping? And you're like, forget it.
yeah.
Yep. And that. Go ahead.
Go ahead. We can ask.
Oh no, I was gonna say that's actually exactly what happened on actually 3 platforms: Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay.
All together at the same time.
Exactly, but for different things. For eBay was a pair of shoes. For Poshmark was for another pair of shoes actually, and then for Mercari was actually a plush that Belen ended up getting, that apparently is worth a lot of money. And they believe that Mercari Loco is the same thing that what you thought, Adam. That is, you guys meet up. I was like, I meet up with anybody, and they were they were offering 80% off what I actually have it, which is $100.
No.
No way, man.
So I'm like, first of all, that's not how Mercari Loco works, and second of all, it's not happening.
Yeah.
And then on Facebook, another person was trying to get it too because they want to take it with them on the Hawaii vacation. And then they were just like, "Oh, would you accept $30 or above?" I'm like, "No, the lowest I would accept is $90." And I was like, "Oh, well, do you want to trade some squish models for it?" I was like, "Lady, unless you have one of the 500 Jack the Black cats, no."
Or a bunch of cows.
That too.
Yeah. Yeah. No. That's I hate people. Jimmy, have you gotten your beaver nuggets yet?
Yes, they came today, and then I also got my Mark Hoppus today.
There you go.
There he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Jimmy's Funko Pop. Shorty is also getting horrible offers on Poshmark. We got nothing on Poshmark. Big zero today. So I guess it's better than getting the the bad offers.
Did you guys end up switching over to the other service that I can't talk about?
Only for the sharing tool.
How's that going?
I just did it an hour ago. So I don't know.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's going great. It's the best thing I've ever used so far. Actually, it did something I didn't like right away because it sends offers just like the other one does. And it's supposed to send it within 5 minutes, but it just took the last 2 days worth of offers and sent offers out to each person. So it sent out like
wow.
266 offers in one set. Yeah, so I'm probably going to get kicked off Poshmark any second now for using a bot. But no, I don't think so. It's probably fine. But yeah, so Rosie was actually saying that the offers thing's a little wonky, and it doesn't really send it out 5 minutes after somebody likes it. It's more like once an hour, which is fine. I don't care what time it gets, when it gets to them, as long as it gets to them. But yeah, so far so good. The only thing it doesn't do is I can't share your closet yet, but it's a tab on there, like it's sitting there. It says community options, but it says like we're working on it, and I'm like, okay. So, but it's
gonna take a while.
Yeah, but it just saved me $25. So far, I did look through the cross listing side of it. I don't like, you can't import a whole bunch at one time. Like you have to click import on each individual item to import it into their database, and that's kind of janky. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to use it for the VA for now, and then when if the cross listing platform gets up and gets going, then a little better, then maybe we'll switch over. Or if they sponsor us, consider it. But at the moment,
with what money?
It depends on what they're going to pay me.
Exactly.
I mean, I could be talked into hitting that button, 200 times every time I want to import something.
That's true.
But yeah, there's a price on everything.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the first impressions are the cross listing needs some work. The share at the moment seems to be pretty much what Posher VA was doing, with the exception of the sharing of the closet thing, which is fine because we don't. Well, I mean, we do it once a month or so for a few people, but that's about it. So, and one of those people being, one of them is using Flip now anyway, so she's not doing it anymore, and the other two are right here. So, but yeah, that is what it is. So
yeah, but I mean, for me, I'm basically getting this perfectly for free. You already know how, and like you said, there's a price for everything, and I don't mind doing it because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, and that's another thing with Vendu at the moment. We're getting some referral bonuses from the video I did, so I'm fine with leaving Vendu the way it is. It's only $7.99 each time somebody signs up, but it's $7.99 I didn't have. It's going to go in a slot machine. It's going to go in a slot machine in Atlantic City, probably. So
it could go for that shirt that Jimmy has right there.
Yeah. Which one? He's
got the McDonald's one. I still like that. It has Dr. Pepper in the front.
Oh, I love that one. That's the night one when they had the night menu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't the Big and Tasty on that menu?
That, and I think even the pizza was there around that time too.
I missed the Big and Tasty. I kind of wish they'd bring that back.
Wait, they had a pizza?
They did. McPizza, yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad, man.
Look at those single stitch shirts.
It was not good. Think of like microwaving a Tombstone pizza. That's what it looked like. But like a small too. It was like, it wasn't quite like personal pan size. It was maybe a little bigger, but it wasn't good. It was very bad. Shorty's also getting some horrible offers on Poshmark, so you're not the only one.
Yeah, $2 a piece.
Rosie.
Now. That's what I'm like. Go away.
Why don't you just auction them all?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're crap anyway. The might as well just throw it in with the rest of my shirts.
You got another pair of 13s in there by chance?
No.
Darn.
I mean, they want the Ed.
Summer's coming, so not a good time to have them up no more.
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
What'd you do, Rosie? Got a bad feedback, or what did they do?
Oh, what'd they do?
Can you get it removed by eBay for business? Yeah, so the cabbies do start at $1. Rosie says she loves her Goodwill ladies. That was such a good haul. I've sold 90% of it already. That's awesome.
Nice.
We sold a random Lego guy we got for free. Hey, there you go. That's awesome. Jen's here. Hi, Jen. Thanks for dropping by.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
See if that works.
I sent a ticket for offers. We'll see what they say. Okay. Val's is here first, but I have to get food off out of the oven to put together the plates. All right. We'll see in a minute. Not gonna put that up, Fart Jack. Hi, Fart Sack Jack. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be jumping ship on Vendu quite yet. I think I had no prop. So I looked at my Posher VA today, and I'm like, when are they going to charge me again? And they were going to charge me tomorrow, and I was like, all right, bye. So, and I'm like, worst case scenario, I turn Posher VA back on, and they charge me $25 3 days from now.
Mine's is I think it's gonna be charged in a month and a half or 2 months because I do the 3 months at a time.
Yeah.
So I'm completely fine with that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just every time I see a free service, to me, all I can think is glitches. And eventually, when they start getting good, they're gonna start charging for it. Eventually,
Yes.
I mean, they are
For sure, without a doubt. But at the moment, with the way things have been, I don't mind saving myself the $25. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So
Has it gotten better, or is it still really bad?
business has gotten better. We blew up over in fact, this has been our best week. Okay, it was the worst. If you would have asked me this on Wednesday, I would have told you this is the worst week we've ever had. Asking me today, I will tell you last week was the best week we've had in 3 weeks. But it was only because of Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And last Monday. So, because we blew up, Saturday our phones wouldn't stop. Like every 5 minutes we would get another cha-ching. And then Sunday was not as good, but was pretty good. And then today was better than a normal Monday. So we are still way off what we want, but not way off, but probably like $500-600 off of what where we would normally want to be. But you got to take what you can get at this point. I mean, I'm happy to be above the last 3 weeks, which is awesome. So,
well, I have a question for you guys actually, and
Okay.
it's something that me and Bolin have actually been talking about. So, I mean, so for my last auction, well, first of all, I'm not gonna be doing short auctions no more. The big and tall auction was it was a
Yeah.
fail.
Not for everybody.
I mean, I broke even, but it was a fail, and I think I might actually start agreeing with Sarah that I think the shirt auctions are getting too saturated now.
She may have changed her opinion on that because I think it's all you got to kind of figure out what sells and what doesn't, and it takes some just doing it to figure it out. And I feel like we've kind of gotten it down on what sells, and I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying the only way to really learn is to do. And we had the inventory to kind of figure it out. And like, I'm going through piles of shirts, and like I sourced these shirts, and I'll pick it out and I'll be like, what is this? I'm not selling that. That's stupid. Who bought this?
Well, and that's the thing. I actually still don't know because it's only my second one.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of mistakes just grabbing whatever was cheap and it was big size because that was my theme in my mind. So I just got to get better at it. But every time when I was doing my auctions, a lot of the people who came, they were asking for shoes. And then, of course, vintage stuff that I didn't have any at all,
Right.
which is actually pretty impossible. It's not impossible for me to find, but it's not going to be anything that is desirable in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But they were just asking for shoe auctions. So I'm going to do one more auction of shoes starting at $1, which of course are still good shoes, but they're like my ones that I've had for like a year and a half already.
Right.
But what me and her have been talking about is like, once I get to that point, I'm going to start hitting my shoes that I've started sourcing for $10 a pop. They're good, but they're just not selling. Do you think it'll be a good or bad idea to start those shoes at $12? Because I can't lose money on those. That's just way too much of a loss.
You could
for me
try
to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could try. I just I mean, I don't know. I've never done it, so I couldn't. I've seen people do it, and I've seen it work for people, and I've seen it not work for people. So I don't know. I feel like what you were saying, like Jimmy and I both started selling shirts So everybody kind of comes to us looking for shirts, whereas you started selling shoes, so everybody's coming to you looking for shoes. Now, the plush auction could have potential because plushes are big and hot right now for some reason, and I don't know why.
They are.
I can't figure it out because like we're selling a lot of plush too, and I don't know what's changed because 6 months ago I couldn't give away half of our plush.
I couldn't either.
Yeah,
I bought them. I remember.
And I'm not even talking.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about Squishmallows. My Squishmallows I'm not selling. These are like my normal plush that I have.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I'm like, so.
Yeah, I don't know what's changed either, actually, because as soon when I did that listing, immediately I got like 5 saves already. I'm like, there's no preview, there's no catalog, so I was like, I don't know what changed. And now that everything's up, I got a couple more, and then there's a pre-bid for one, which I told her not to auction off, but she put it up anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. Say hi to Laura. Hi, Laura. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Laura.
Why will I not put that up?
I think we know why.
Yeah, it's a little pushing it, Fartsack. He's pouting. So, hi, Laura. Thanks for coming in. Gulf Coast in the house. What's happening?
Hey.
New live, by the way. Gulf Coast Saturday nights.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you guys aren't out partying and hitting the town, go check out Gulf Coast Pickers on Saturday night. Wow, that was deep. That's right. I'm trying to get it removed. They didn't like the shirt and said it was stained. I told them to open a return and send it back. They said I was condescending. That was a month ago and left today. Okay, so Rosie, if you offered them a return, eBay will remove it just because of the simple fact you offered them a return and they refused. So for sure, make sure when you talk to eBay for Business, note in there that you offered a full refunded with a return, and they'll take it off because their policy is if you offer returns and you tell them to return it and they decline it, they won't allow the negative feedback. So
absolutely.
Nita in the house. What's up, Nita? Thanks for stopping in.
Hi, Nita.
We appreciate it. Sarah says I'm still unsure about the shirts, but I bleached like a ton, so I don't know if some will be on Friday. So some won't. So there you go. People want to hug plush because they need comfort. Okay, I can see that.
It's true.
Thumbnail.
Dang it!
There you go.
Timestamp.
Somebody get that. We have a ton of squish that we won't move. We have Kroger exclusive 6-packs as well. Wow, that's crazy. I think they're seriously. Mouse died. Angie says, hello, how is everyone? How was your weekend sales? Good. I mean, I think everybody had a decent weekend of sales, so yeah.
How was yours? Extremely good.
Rosie said, yeah, that's why I offered it. I felt like they were fishing for a partial refund. Probably. That's my guess.
And never give out a partial unless you did something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Was that a pound purry cat, Jimmy?
Yeah, he's got stripes. Yeah. See, look, who's this look like?
I didn't even know they had pound cats.
Yeah,
pound purry cats.
Yeah, it's weird. It actually has the PP that it's got the cat. I'm like, what's going on here? I was like, that's not a pound puppy. This is a cat.
The only Sarah said she needs one. The only plush I have is this, and I'm not snuggling it. So
that's something. That's how I felt on Monday. Like, oh, man, what do we do? What do you do to sell something? I'd have been excited to get a $2 sale. I'd have been like, yes, we sold something.
Sarah wants to know if the pound prairie cat's on eBay.
Not yet, but it will. I have this one. I have a few other cats.
Yeah. Have you listed that Disney Plus yet? Does it have any traction?
I have.
She's talking to us.
I have listed it. I've got a lot of views, but nothing on it yet. So
yeah. So
it'll take that right person. That's we'll just have to wait.
Yeah. It's Sarah had one as a child. Are you shocked? Because I'm not.
I'm not.
So I do have to show you guys something. So give me 1 second. No, I'm gonna yell for Sarah. So
okay.
Alrighty. But yeah.
It's been 1 second.
I think I still heard. No.
I'm
back. I don't know why. I think I heard you screaming.
You might have. She's coming.
They're in the
So
closet.
I got to show you guys this. I put it on my Instagram story, but I want to show everybody else it because we're asking a lot of money for this thing, but I think it's warranted.
Well, there's 4 of them.
There's 4 of them, yeah. So
Yeah,
Be careful.
I saw those.
yeah. So
They
These
look like
are-
if you touch them, they'll crumble.
no. So these are those scrapbooks I was talking about on Sundays Live. Check these things out.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody put so much time and effort into making these. And these are all like old vaudeville actresses and actors. Like look at that.
That one looked like Annie Oakley.
Yeah. Annie Oakley. If she's
Yeah, that
around.
one.
But I
Yeah,
mean, like
the one down there did.
yeah, I mean these are awesome in every way. And we have 4 of them. And we were thinking like and these are clearly old books. And somebody made this. So we're asking $650 for all 4 of them right now. Does that sound insane?
I mean, that's not my market, but so I think you saw my face reaction, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what the market. For
They're
that
one of
is.
a kind.
You probably do.
That's yeah. I was gonna say. I was
Yeah.
like, you just hit it. I was about to say that. I was like, well, it's one of a kind. Who else has it? Nobody.
And the first book, that's part 3. The first one has an index with every actor's name and every page that they're on in all 4 books. We were going to separate them and sell them individually if they were just someone's scrapbook that, you know, stuck a bunch of pictures together and put names on it. But somebody actually took the time to index where each actor is and where their picture is in what book and what page of what book on the first book. So we can't split them up because we were just going to sell them for like $100, $150 a piece. But yeah, $750 is actually, she upped it to $750. But we have a 20% sale, so 20% is going to come off of that. So
And that's what I was gonna say. That Mark would probably be the best person to talk about that because
We
he
did.
probably
We
knows
talked to him
way
about
more
it.
about it.
yeah,
And
we
yeah,
talked we talked to him about it today. So yeah, it's crazy. It is. But I thought I'd show it because it's insane that somebody took and the amount of time that probably took to make back then, because there wasn't like, you know, really quick drying glue. There wasn't, you know, you'd have to buy or have all of those magazines on hand or get them every month and cut out all these things and put them like it took a lot of time to sit down and make that thing. So yeah,
Well, I
there
mean,
were,
that's all they had back then, just time.
I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
no
it-
TV, radio, just radio. I think.
And it's impressive. It's still all together. You know, it's not breaking
Yeah.
apart.
They're heavy.
I mean-
This is pretty heavy duty stuff. I mean, the book itself is heavy duty. Now, the paper that's in it is almost like it looks like paper bag almost.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
It,
But I
it
don't
looks like
know
the what do they call it? The backside word, the back of the book. I
Yeah.
forgot what they call it. It looks like it's a on paper bag or something.
Yeah, it does, but it feels thicker, unless it's too put together or something. But yeah, I mean, the amount of time this took to make is just crazy, and some of the pictures in here are nuts. So, I would, yeah, I think we're.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you for all we know, you might have something that might be worth like 10,000.
Yeah.
It's possible, and that's what Mark said. He's like, you might actually be low. Like there
Yeah.
could be a picture in there of somebody that was not photographed frequently, or maybe there's one or two in existence, but I don't think so, because those look like they're all out of magazines, and the likelihood that, you know, maybe one magazine had 3 copies made of it is slim. So I don't know. I don't think it's quite that there, but it could be. You never know. It depends on really who's in there.
Right.
So I think it's probably worth looking up a little bit, but at the moment it's on for $750 and nobody's bought it. So we'll see. Hi, Stacy. Thanks for coming
Hey,
in.
Stacy.
Stacey?
First Impression Films in the house. What's happening?
Okay,
Valve says, I would Google the names you have and see if anyone was in a scandal. $750 may be cheap. Good point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, heavier cardstock is the paper, I think. Okay. Yeah, it looks like that, and it's definitely heavy, but it's crinkled like and so it could have just been from sitting for years on end. But it's just crazy that somebody didn't tear that thing apart by now, or it must have been in the family, passed down from generation to generation or something, because that's just crazy that it's still around. So
I'm surprised somebody either just sold it or just donated, or how does that one work?
most of them are so it's an auction house. So, and from it's my understanding that a lot of the auction house merchandise comes from other people on consignment. So it's either an estate, a flipper, somebody who buys like, estates dirt cheap, somebody who does clean outs, somebody who does like that buys lockers and then just sorts all the stuff, gives it to an auction company and hopes for the best. So there's a lot of different variables, but it's all from consignment of some sort. It could be somebody's estate, where the kids just want it gone and they don't want to deal with it. So that kind of thing. But it was in a lot, like, because they lot all these things together. And so that section of the auction, that photo albums, postcards, collectibles, that kind of thing. So chances are good it was somebody's estate and they just were like, this person collect all this stuff. Forget it. Just put it out there. Bowles has a question. Years 20s to 30s. Yeah.
I thought I saw 14 through something, right?
1914 through 1954. So
that was somebody's pride and joy back then.
Yeah, but I mean, that's crazy. That's a lot. I know I wouldn't do it. I would never have the patience for something like that.
No.
Not now, at least.
No, but there are still people out there that scrapbook, and what's the other thing called where you use like puffy stickers and stuff like that? I can't remember what it was called, but it has a name.
I don't know.
It's like a board. I can't remember that. It's like a wish board or something like that, where you put a bunch of things, like your goals, and you visualize. Vision board. There you go.
There you go.
Vision board. Jimmy's got one, I'm sure. Vision board.
I do.
Yeah, I actually know
Las Vegas,
a lot of the
Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Las Vegas. Make money.
A lot of resellers have one, don't they?
Vision
At least
board?
they say they do it.
I don't have a vision board. I would never know. Can you imagine? Me sitting there with scissors, cutting out newspaper articles, being like, "Hey guys, my vision board." Mine would be the same as Jimmy's. Las Vegas, Atlantic City, Las Vegas.
Mine's Friday at 6:30 p.m. I'm like, you're awesome. You're gonna do great. Don't get mad. Failed.
Banger shirt. Start at $20.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro.
Tallulah Bankhead. I have no idea. Vowels. None whatsoever. And early Maryland. Yeah. Those could definitely bring in some money. I'll have to look for Maryland.
I was Googling because I should know this, but Annie Oakley did die in 1926, so there could be an Annie Oakley picture in that thing.
There could be, yeah. Just look for the girl with the rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're gonna do a little bit of research on it, but we did want to get it up for what we thought was a ridiculous amount of money, because we have $20 into it. So if someone buys it right now for $750, I will be very happy to send it to them. Even if it's worth a couple thousand.
Does it have any traction right now, or is it still low views?
We had one watcher almost immediately. So, but no offers. So I'm thinking, I don't know. I think we're right around. I think if I had to take a guess, I think we're about $250 high for what someone feasibly would pay for it. I think the value's probably right around $450, $500 is my guess. Because it's hard to put a value on it, number one. And number two, it's an era that's kind of starting to come back around.
Yeah.
Like the whole vaudeville flapper look, that kind of thing is all starting to come back around. So I feel like it's an era that people want to preserve right now. So I think it's probably worth about $100 a book, maybe with an extra 50 tossed on top of it. So I'm thinking around 450 would be my guess.
Was there anything on Worth Point that you were able to find?
We don't have Worth Point anymore, but we weren't able to. We looked up like flapper, scrapbook. We looked up burlesque. We looked up any name we could think of that would somewhat describe what's in here. We looked, and the only thing we could find is like empty scrapbooks from the 20s and stuff like that. We didn't find anything quite that elaborate, and that's the problem. Is that's super elaborate. And somebody took a lot of time and was very meticulous about how they made that thing. So that's really the big problem with it. Is
I barely saw any overlapping of the pictures, or I could be wrong actually.
no, there's not. I mean, that's the thing is like some of these where the pictures, some of these are not 100% YouTube friendly, so I'm going to try and not have those on here. But yeah, like, so, let me make sure. All right, yeah, like this page is all, none of these people are naked, just so you know. But yeah, like this page has different sizes of photos, and so somebody did this purposely and took these pictures specifically for this page, which is insane. So, but yeah, I don't know any of these names on here whatsoever. Clark Gable, I know him. He's right there.
From Ohio.
I have no idea.
Is he from Ohio?
Yeah.
No idea who that is.
Little
Gone
Jack
with the Wind.
Little? Anybody know
Gone
who
with the Wind.
Little Jack Little is? I've heard the name Barbara Bennett before, but I don't know who she is.
Yeah. Ed, you don't know who Clark Gable is, Ed?
I think I'm too young for all this.
Have you heard of the movie Gone with the Wind?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, that's the guy.
He's in,
I just heard of the name. I've never actually seen it.
there's a guy in here. His name's Scooter Lowry.
Wow.
There's a name you don't hear a lot. The Bluegrass Four. Never heard. Arthur Hand. Jerry
Val's want
and
you to-
her baby grands.
Val's wants you to put the names, the page with the names.
Sarah's going to have to come in here because it's in book 1.
Oh, okay.
So when she comes in, I'll gladly do it for you, Val. Let's see. Mae West, Josephine Baker. Took me forever to find JB's name. Okay. I could ask Bill about it. He has Worth Point and help sometimes. Yeah, that's true. Can you hold up the page with the name? Sure thing. Yeah. When Sarah comes in here, I'll have her grab book 1 and we can take a look at the names together. But yeah, so it's an interesting thing. It's one of those things you almost can't put a price on. Like it's whatever, whoever's going to spend the money on it is going to spend the money on it, whether it's 500, whether it's 600, whether it's 900. If they want it bad enough, they'll buy it. So that's my figure.
It's like too bad you didn't end up in the news like that woman who bought the Greek sculpture.
Yeah.
Can you believe
Right.
that? I can't believe nobody's talked about that until right now. Is that on
Yeah,
the list
I know.
of things to talk about?
I just brought it up because it's so old. So I was like, "Well, that thing's old too." So it just popped in my head right now.
Believable, right? Like, and it happened at a Goodwill. And it was
How did
cheaper
it not
than
end
my
up on
t-shirt.
Goodwill online? Actually, no, it wasn't.
I thought she
It
bought
was
it for $5.
No, she bought it for 35.
Oh, 35. Okay. Well, cheaper than 5 of my t-shirts.
Still.
It's cheaper.
Fortunate.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper when they have those Jordans behind the glass.
Yes. Without a doubt. Can you
But
imagine?
yeah,
Like I
it
almost
was-
bought the
it-
Jordans, but I went with the priceless Greek sculpture instead.
oh, is that true,
So-
Rosie? I mean, what Rosie said, is it true?
She didn't get to keep it.
Really?
What?
Well, no. There's no way. I'd be suing the crap out of anybody who tried to take that thing.
Yeah, you purchased it as yours.
Possession's 9/10 of the law. Have a nice day.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I mean, I
How
see no
much was-
reason why she can't keep it.
How much did they say it was worth?
I could be wrong, but did they say like 30,000, something like that?
Oh,
Stolen art. Shall
There has to be a finder's fee. I'm just saying.
I'm sure she's getting paid.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
Somebody, because if not, she's not. I mean, let's put it this way: if it were me in that position and that happened to me, you'd have to pay me just to shut me up, because I'm gonna talk, and it's
But-
gonna happen.
you're in the best place for it, though, if you really think about it. I mean, you could bring it on here. Be like, hey, here I am.
No, I'm gonna talk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. if they're not going to pay you to be quiet or whatever, be like, okay, well, fine. I'm going to explode right now, so let's go.
Yeah, that's right. I will be my YouTube name will literally be the lady that found the priceless German statue at Goodwill.
I'm right here.
Yeah,
I told you I would expose you. You know.
that's right. She had to return it. It had no value. It's priceless. That's garbage. The statue was stolen from a German museum, and it was returned to Germany much more than $30,000. The rumor is she got a finder's fee, but it was stolen art. Yeah, she definitely needed a finder's fee. Yeah, finder's fee, but it wasn't disclosed. I have a feeling she got enough money to shut her mouth, because I would have been all over the news.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have been talking to. Is Greg Gumbel still a thing? I've been on his show. Like that.
I mean, just think about it like this: if nobody bought it, that thing would have ended up in the bins in pieces.
Oh,
that'd be.
The better part of this whole situation is that Goodwill, like that's like a perfect like story for how awful Goodwill is with looking things up and figuring out exactly what things are worth. Because like you said, there could be a beat up pair of Jordans that's behind the counter for $75, and you look at the comps on eBay and they're like $26 or $30 Jordans or something, and all they did was see the Jordan logo and they're like, yeah, $65, it's good, you know. Or like I've seen on several occasions where like I'd walk by and I'm like, hey, you know those Jordans you got behind the counter? And she's like, oh yeah, and I'm like, they're fake.
Yep.
And she's like, I don't think so. Our manager looked at them, and you're like, no, they're totally fake. They don't even have a Nike swoosh on the inside of them. And you're like, oh, and she's like, oh, I'll let them know. And then I come back like 2 days later and they're still back there for $65. And I'm like, anybody that knows anything about shoes would know that that's not a real Jordan. Like, and the only way I could tell was the feet. Like, you know, the feet on Jordan were kind of cut off. So there was no actual feet on Jordan. It was just legs came to an end. And I'm like, you got fake Jordans. She's like, they're not. I'm like, but it is funny that like they do stuff like that, or they miss like a, you know, really great video game or something like that they put out for discounted prices, and then they grab like a Coach bag and put like $100 price tag on it, and you're like, or my personal favorite, and I got 2 stories about this brand in particular, the Vera Bradley stuff that goes behind the counter, and you're like,
dude, yeah,
that bubble popped, and then after it popped, it disintegrated, and after it disintegrated, it like got blown away by the wind. Like that fad is as gone as it could possibly be. And yeah, they got those behind the counter too. But a priceless German statue, $35.
Whatever.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, 35. That's
amazing. It was like finding art stolen by German soldiers in World War II that ended up in South America. Granted, they were the original thieves, but once the item was public again, it goes to the original owner. See, I didn't think that was accurate, because I've heard of people having German stuff that was brought into America from South America, and they've definitely auctioned it. Like Sotheby's is for sure auctioned some of that stuff. But yeah, I don't really know for certain. But I don't know. I think she got gypped. That's my personal opinion. I'd have been like, if you want this thing, you're gonna have to make with the checkbook.
I don't think she could handle the scare tactics. I'd have been like, yeah, do your best. I bought it. I got the receipt. So what's going on?
Yeah, walk into an attorney's office and be like, so I have this. Yeah. They're gonna try and sue me for it.
So technically, they're the crooks too, because they got it for free and they sold it to me. So,
and please take a look at that $1 donation that they keep asking for. That gives a good character to me too.
That's right. Yeah. I always round up my change.
I round it up.
Sorry. What's this? My mouse is dead again. Anyways,
can I get my 85 cents, please?
That's right. I just had a similar experience. They had an N64 Super Scope for a bunch of money, and when I looked at it, it didn't even have the dongle. I told them you couldn't use it without it, and they really argued with me. Yeah, I've had it on several occasions as well, where they just missed. I actually had one time where they had something similar to that. I think it was a Wii. I don't know. It was some sort of Wii accessory or something like that, and they were selling the accessory and the dongle separately. And I was like, you know, that goes with that, right?
Yeah, they go together.
Like, no, they don't. And I'm like, yes, they do. Like you can't
It's like-
sell, like if you sell them separately, somebody's going to buy the dongle because theirs was broken, and the poor person that wants to buy that other thing is going to be really mad that it didn't come with it. And I was like,
Right.
you people,
It's like,
just get it.
mine does that.
Um,
Mine does that with the guitars. They separate them too. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you need the dongle with the guitar. Come on.
Yeah. It had to be. It has to be returned. Otherwise, I steal something, put it in storage, tell you the unit is going to be auctioned. You buy it for an auction, and I say I didn't steal it. I bought it. Yeah, but somebody donated it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a gray area here as far as I'm concerned, because somebody donated this to Goodwill, and Goodwill sold it to somebody else. I don't know.
I mean,
I
there's
get
a
it.
missing piece of the story that we're never going to
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah. I don't know. My opinion is that, I mean, especially when it comes to art from World War II, stuff like that. I mean, how much of it was stolen? A whole lot of it.
A lot, yeah.
I mean, and you're talking
Yeah.
about something. I mean, if it was stolen 6 months ago, totally different story. But if it was stolen during World War II, I mean, whatever. I'm moving on. What's up,
Right.
Paul? What's up, Paul?
Hey, Paul.
Thank you for stopping. After you buy it from an auction, you buy me a car and say you didn't pay me anything. I like that. I can do that. But anyways, moving on. But yeah, it was a crazy story, and it's fun. It's just the only reason I wanted to talk about it is because it is the epitome of what Goodwill does with things. They put, and that's the only reason I will venture into Goodwills in hopes that they miss something, because there is no point in going into Goodwill and looking, like you said, at the glass case. Well, even sometimes they miss things and just put it in a glass case because of what it is. But, so I'll always glance at it, to see if there's something small that they put in a glass case just because they didn't want it to walk away. But for the most part, anything they're going to reprice is just going to be ridiculous. So,
Yeah, and it's like, so I haven't been to Savers in I think 2 months, give or take,
Yeah.
and I don't even bother looking at their glass case, which is basically just like a whole section that is the boutique area. They have the shoes on one, and then the glass like with all the jewelry and stuff. And I don't even bother looking at the shoes because all I see there, of course, are Nike and Jordans, and their price, like, you're basically buying them retail or reselling value. And then now when I go to the regular shoe section, unless you're at 30% day or you're lucky to be one of the first for half off day, the shoes in particular are getting ridiculous. Asics alone, just your say your Asics GT 2000 models, they're not worth much, maybe like 20, 25, 30 bucks plus shipping. They're trying to sell them for basically 25 at Savers. So I think they're just going by what the actual brand is now. Like you said, they don't even look at what the model is. They only see that Jordan or that brand, that logo that they recognize. Like, all right, price it up. It's worth money.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. And I, like, out here, I had like a 2-week period where shoes were down to like normal prices, and now they're back up to being ridiculous.
Same.
And it's just, I walked in and saw they saw Nike, high top Nike, and priced it at $55. Comped it on eBay, $25. I'm like, these are going to be here next week. Like, no one's going to buy these. And then there was like a Cabbage Patch thing they had behind, because this one doesn't have a glass. Well, it does have a glass case, but it's very tiny and full of jewelry. But behind the counter, they have shelves. And behind the counter, there was like a Cabbage Patch, like something or other that was new in a box. And it was newer. It was probably from like 2006, 2007. And they were asking like $29.99 for it. And I'm like, I bet you hard money that thing retailed for $16.99. Almost guarantee it.
Yeah.
It was just like a plastic something or other stupid thing. It wasn't, and I'm like, and I just, who is out there buying something from a thrift store, that is worth that kind of, or that they think is worth that kind of money? Because you get no assurances from a thrift store. You cannot return it. So like the OG Jordans are a good example of that. You see like OG Jordans are like, the Nike Flights or whatever, those things that are worth like $200 or $300.
Yep.
Would you buy? I wouldn't buy a $200 pair of shoes from a thrift store. There's no way, because they might be fake.
Right. About 90% of the time, they're fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like, why do they think? Why do they think they can do it? Like, that's what I'm wondering.
And the way that I see it is because they know resale wise they're gonna be paying a lot more. And there's those people that don't care, that they know they're fake, but they don't care. They just want the look of it, or say it's like,
Yeah.
I know they're fake, but they look exactly like it. So what do I care?
Right.
I
Well,
mean,
you'll
that's the
care
only
in
thing I
6
can
months.
think of.
You'll care in 6 months when they're falling apart.
Yeah. Right. That's what I was gonna say. Or the first rain.
Yeah. Apparently, the Met had to return a sarcophagus that they bought for $20 million. Wow. I'd be pissed.
And they
Goodwill
don't get that
strategy
money
equal-
back.
No. Goodwill strategy equals go in about 3 and 4 times and learn what the pricer doesn't understand. If they are good at pricing shoes, then they probably are bad at kitchen appliances. Yeah, good at kitchen appliances, bad at toys. Buy things they don't know. Yeah, you could be,
Yeah, right.
but then you have a Goodwill like the one that's down the street at my house that's bad at pricing everything. And you gotta like hope that the guy took a day off and somebody put the real price tags on things. Really, the only thing you can buy at my Goodwill, the one that I called the corporate office on, is DVDs. If you find like a sealed awesome DVD, dolls, and mugs, because they're flat prices across the board. But you never know. They might be like, that's not a mug, that's a man's top, or that might be, a video game or something. So they might just make it up. But from what I can tell, the only things you could really buy, because jeans are like almost $10 now. Most shirts are $5.49. But DVDs I think are like still $1 or something like that. So yeah, I mean, it just Goodwill. And I've talked to several resellers, and many resellers are just of the opinion that we are. It's like, I don't go to Goodwill. Like, I know the thrift stores that I go to. Occasionally, a Goodwill that, like Rosie has, where there's a Goodwill that is managed separately, and they price things fairly, and they do a good job at it. And look what happens. You get people like Rosie that come in and fill a cart and a half worth of toys and walk out the door, because why not? Rather than it sit there for... It's the same general idea on reselling. Like, we don't... Like, I personally try not to buy things that will sit for years and years and years on end. I'd rather them get out of here. That's why we all have Whatnot now, because we want these things to just get moving. So, I don't know. My opinion, if I ran a Goodwill, I would want things to go out the door and be making the money, rather than wait 6 months and make the money off of some guy coming in looking for a pair of air flights that are size 9.5. That's my opinion. But
Right.
I just think that some thrift stores don't want resellers buying things. No regular person is paying $50 for a pair of shoes. They just don't want to make the buck. I can see it. Sure. Your wife's back, just so you know.
Oh, we were
Welcome
waiting
back,
on
Jen.
you. Now
Yes,
we
we
can continue the show.
Now we can continue? Okay. We
Yeah,
can continue.
let's go. Okay.
They would rather make 0 than make $10, and also a reseller might make 30 more. True?
I mean, I know that they know that eventually all that's just going to go back to the bin. So, I mean, they're basically losing money.
But they'll make the money back. So, but you're right. They could have made $3 per that item. Now they're making 75 cents.
Exactly.
I don't get it, but they don't care. They're nonprofit. They've got all kinds of grants. They get all kinds of money. Look at what the top 3 executives in Goodwill make. Will tell you everything you need to know about that company, because they are not poor people.
Nope. I mean, just look at all the bales that we're stealing from the poor people.
Yeah.
Which we're not.
Yeah.
I wish we could buy those bales though.
I know. The bales that we're stealing from the poor. Yes. We're stealing from the poor. We're Robin Hood. We steal from the poor and sell to the rich.
They could definitely put that 600-pound bale in their garage.
Or
however much that weighs. I don't know.
I don't know. How much do you think those things weigh?
I mean, I actually think they might weigh like 600 pounds. Actually,
every time I see them move, they have to be moved by a forklift. So, I mean, they've got to be.
Yeah, that would be my guess, because those things are actually pretty heavy once you actually stack them together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got to be heavy. But yeah, I mean, if I could get a bale for a couple $100, I'll find a place to put it. Don't you worry. So, Rosie said, I spent $10,000 at Goodwill last year. It would be stupid. They want to lose the $10,000. Exactly. That's my opinion. And I think I really don't understand the whole I don't want to sell to resellers thing. But I saw somebody on Instagram the other day. They had a sign out in front of on the front door of their thrift store that said,
We don't sell to
They don't
resellers.
sell to resellers. And then they had,
and that's what I was about to bring up too, about
Yeah.
the on-clouds and the hokas, that they're only allowed to
Oh,
buy
you saw
2
it
per
too.
pair or something. Yeah.
yeah,
That's like, that's crazy. It's like, why would you do that? Your market is more than likely very limited. You know that probably 80% of your customers are resellers, and you can get rid of all this inventory like that, and you're limiting
Right.
how much you can make. It makes no sense.
No.
All you got to do is just price it up to whatever you want, and then that'll stop people from buying it. But you never
Yeah.
know. Another reseller was like, I'm fine with that $10 profit because I know so like that. I'll just buy them all up.
yeah. I know exactly what I'd do. I'd bring me and 3 of my friends, and we'd all buy 2 pairs of hokas.
Absolutely.
I don't know who these people are. Just because I was talking to them in the store doesn't mean I know who they are. They have good taste in shoes, I can tell you that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
You'd see the 3 of us walking in like, hi. Oh, you got 6 pairs? That's strange.
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
It's like, I burned through them quickly. Don't ask questions. I just need them.
Yeah. There are also hundreds of items that aren't OC or hookah that random people don't even know. Yeah, that is true. And that's what I think all of us have kind of been going after, is like those items that people don't really know about when it comes to thrift stores, because that's the main reason we sell ephemera, is because 90% of people don't know it's worth money. And
Yep.
that's why you don't see it at garage sales. That's why you don't see it at, because Sarah we were talking about it when we were out garage selling. She's like, why don't these people put out like pictures and stuff like that? I'm like, I would bet that 90% of people would never even think to sell like old photos, because they're like, who would want old photos of my family?
Yeah, like you go to one of these estate sales, and for all you know, they have like those big bins of
Right.
old postcards, and then their head, I was like, oh, that's not worth it. It's too heavy. Just leave it there. We're gonna throw it away anyways.
Yeah,
And then there could be like $100 postcard. I mean, I don't
Absolutely.
know about that,
yeah.
I
but there could be one.
Makes me sad to think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we went garage selling this weekend, and it was good. Finally, we didn't run into too many people that were. Most people were really reasonable with pricing, and I'm like, man, I miss garage sales. I'm so happy they're back, because like I'm picking up shoes. These people had 2 pairs of Chucks, low top Chucks. They were older, I'd say 90s Chucks, so not super vintage, but old enough. And
Made
I'm
in
like,
the
oh, how
USA?
much? That's a good question, and I didn't look.
Because if they are, they're worth at least $100.
Yeah.
I feel like if they were made in the USA, they would have been gone already. I don't think so.
No, because from afar they look just like your regular Chucks. So you would
Yeah.
have to look at the back where it says Converse All Star, and then the bottom it says Made in the USA, and then look at the tag too. It should be different.
I'll be right back.
He's gonna be like, yeah, we gotta circle back around that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure if he didn't know about that, he'd probably
A
sell
lot
it for
of-
like $20.
A lot of people don't know about that, really. They just see Chucks, they're like, they're Chucks. But
And-
still,
and-
I mean,
a lot of them from that time too, they were like pretty much like beat up and destroyed, and yet people are still buying it. No,
Sarah knew already. Yeah.
it's funny because when you came back right now, your face was still like all happy, and then all of a sudden when you came back,
We need the prices right noise.
but yeah, if you ever see that, make sure you look at it, and if it says Made in the USA, they're definitely worth a pickup, even up to like $20-$30. You should pay up for them.
Well, so like I grabbed them, and they're in good shape. Like they were. Sorry, I got distracted by this comment. Sarah knows all. But they were, so like I picked them up, and I'm like, hey, how much you want for them? And they're like $5 a piece, and I'm like, okay. And then we were at
nice.
another auction, and they had the smiley face ones. Have you seen these?
Which ones?
The smiley face Chucks. They're low top Converse, and in the front where the white part is, they're yellow, and it's got a smiley face on it.
I've seen them before, but I haven't actually sold.
They're
any of
definitely
those.
worth picking up, because these are small. They're 6.5s, so they're tiny. They're men's 6.5, women's I don't know. But anyways, they're
Probably.
they're definitely worth grabbing because they're $40 in that size. If you get them in a bigger size, they're like $80-$90 shoes. We paid $1 for them. So
Nice.
yeah, and it's
Yeah,
just
if you ever see some bands, is the checkerboard pattern with sunflowers on top. Those are worth money. I sold the women's size 10. I think I sold for like $60 plus shipping.
yeah.
So it's like
I've already decided that any checkered Vans that I see, if they're under $5, I'm buying them because they sell like that. That pair that I did on the video that had a hole in the side, they've already sold, and I have we have another pair on, and we've already got offers on it. So they just sell quickly,
it's because some people, they actually want that look too, because like you said, everybody's doing that, like I want to say raggedy style looking
thrash.
Yeah, thrash style right now, and that's what I'm noticing that the younger people are doing is like ripped up pants and the shoes. I mean, the shirts are fine, but they're looking like that thrash style. So that's why I said, even with with tiny holes like that, you'll still be fine. But got to make sure there's no separation with the soles.
That was not all the way through either. It just was the top part. So, so I think I'm gonna sneeze. No, I talked about it. So, yeah, I just, if they're under $5, I'm buying them. It doesn't really matter. Like and these weren't even a good size. I think they were size 9, so they weren't like a really great size. I mean, they're a popular size, but it's still a little small. But yeah, it's amazing. So,
and you should make it a mission to try to find a pair of Hoka on clouds.
I did. I found one pair in my life, and they were when we went to that really terrible vacation spot in Amish country that we ended up leaving and going to Cleveland. They had a pair there, and they asked $35, and they were not in good shape. Yeah. They were basically racing slicks because they had no tread whatsoever on the bottom of them. So.
Yeah, I wish I had them here next to me, but there's another person that actually kind of made a good connection, so I might have gotten another source now. Oh, and so I got a pair. Oh, so I wish I had them. So I got a pair of Hokas, and I got a pair of Aria cowboy boots that has the big American flag in the front.
Ooh,
it looks
leather?
really cool. They're leather,
yeah,
and I did not look at the value. I already closed my garage, so I'll show you guys. I'll send you guys a picture later. But so I got that along with 2 backpacks, like exploration backpacks. I got all that for $35, and then my daughter, she ended up like stealing the toy because you already know they like to pick things, especially when they see toys, they just get it. So I asked Berlin if she paid for it. I was like, no. So I told the guys, like, oh, how much do you offer this toy? I was like, just take it. I was like, okay, cool. And then and we just started talking, and then he gave me such a good deal on the boots too. And I told him, like, hey, those are worth a little more. Just trying to make conversation. Right. I was like, you know what? We're just bring me a monster next time, and I'll give you even better deals. I'm like, you got it.
There you go.
So he just told me a blue monster, and he's gonna give me even better deals.
I'd bring him a case.
Right? That's what I'll go with.
Praise Sarah. Sarah likes the looking raggedy. Yeah, Rosie sold a checkered super stain for $18 a few hours ago. Quick money's the best money. There you go. Hello, Patrick. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. Yeah, we've done very well with cowboy boots in the past, and I wish this is just not the area for them, unfortunately. But yeah, a decent pair of cowboy boots, something handmade, something leather, something made in the USA, even made in Mexico, good stuff. But yeah, I mean, you can get. I actually bought polish for this pair that we have right now because they just were kind of dull, and I'm like, they definitely need a polish. And I actually had to call my dad because I'm like, hey, I got this, and I explained the whole thing, and he's like, yeah, he's like, you can use any polish you want. I'm like, no, Dad, I don't think you understand what I'm asking. He's like, you just polish them. I'm like, Dad, I've never polished a pair of shoes in my lifetime. He's like,
we never had to.
No, I never did. He's like, well, you had to wear dress shoes. I'm like, nah, I had one of those little things. You press the button, and it had the little red and black fuzzy things on either side. You just stuck your foot under it. And I'm like, that's all I ever did. He's like, really? And I'm like, what, am I getting disowned now? Like, he's like, all right, it's like waxing a car. He's like, you rub the polish on it and then you take it off with another cloth. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. And I did.
Yeah.
And they came out really nice.
Not that bad.
No.
Are you
So.
are you still using the pink liquid one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To clean, I have a system now. If it's something that's like a leather or something like that, I'll hit it with a magic eraser and see if it comes off. Like those Nikes that I just bought, I just hit them with a little magic eraser and got it. But if I have to use the pink stuff, I spray it on, use a brush on it, kind of let it, soak in a little, and then wipe it off, and they're great. So the only thing I'm struggling with is I have that pair of Adidas I bought that have the vinyl on the front that's yellowed. I can't get it off. So I'm trying a hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, and then stick them in the sun for a few hours and see what happens. And if not, they're just going to get sold as is. So, but
yeah.
Kristen in the house. What's up, Kristen? Thanks for stopping in.
Hi, Kristen.
Appreciate it. Susan's here. Hi, Susan. Thanks a lot. Apparently she's following Gulf Coast around, which is fine.
Oh,
you can do that. So you need the Wonder Balsam, easy and great. What is it, Rosie? I don't know what that is, but tell me more. So yeah, shoes have been shoes were good this weekend for us. Finally, it was nice to have some.
I really want to show you guys the boots.
You don't want you to have to open your garage.
Oh, this is literally just a PC. I already know what it is too. He gave me just a separate bag, so I know where it is. And also the other one was a pair of Harley boots. Actually, he gave me those for $5. I gotta polish them up also.
Those are nice. Yeah,
Harley. Well, you know what? Try with. Are they black?
Yeah, they're black.
Okay. Do you have one of those buffing sponges?
Yes.
Try that first, because they might if Harley boots. They're made out of pretty good leather, and they normally shine pretty well just by himself. The only thing with that polishing brush is once it rains, they're going to go back to dull. But who cares? That's that person's problem after that.
Yeah, it's not my problem anymore.
Yeah.
It's the curb appeal.
That's right.
Is Sarah helping you with the cleaning or no? Or does she even touch the shoes at all?
She does to list them. Yeah. In fact, she said it's very satisfying for her to put the fake feet in the shoes. She loves putting the fake feet in the shoes. So, but yeah, she did like the fake shoes, the fake feet. So, magic erasers for stains. Yeah, not really stains. More for like, just like dirt and grime that's stuck on the leather. Some stains. It will come out with some stains. You don't want to use it. It seems like the magic eraser you don't want to use too much because, especially on like a rough surface, you'll just have. It'll just shrink down to this big because you'll keep shredding it on the rough surface. So, yeah, that's what it is. It's a Doc Martens shoe protector, but it works on all leather. Super great. Oh yeah, I have something similar to that. The grandma's works like that. So, yeah. So she just likes she likes the fake feet and will not clean them. Yes, Sarah has a fake feet fetish. So.
I don't think I could do that. Like, no.
Yeah, we bought them because like we bought a bunch of shoes that like that were in like boxes and stuff, and like the canvas ones and stuff like that, they get flattened. So we would just stick these fake feet in them for a little while to kind of bulk them back up, and then also like boots and women's boots and stuff that aren't leather, you just stick them in there to kind of hold them up. So that kind of thing. We got tired of sticking paper in them to kind of bulk them up, so we just bought the fake feet.
That's why for regular ones, I just got the shoe trees. They're $10 for 2 pairs, and that's what I use. I don't have any here though. But yeah, that's what I use. And then of course, once in a while, I get that message like, "Are the trees included?" No. It's like, then you shouldn't be advertising them. I was like, that's just for presentation. It's common sense.
Yeah,
no,
it's like
not.
buy your own.
I mean, they're not expensive.
It's definitely no. We sold something on Poshmark.
Nice.
Oh.
Did I too? No, I didn't.
We sold a Funko Pop.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got that annoyingness posh party time message.
I turned those off. I don't want to hear about the parties. I don't really care.
Me neither.
Done with the parties.
Are you still selling on Poshmark, Jimmy, or you're done with it?
I'm going through it. Like I said, I'm kind of doing what they're doing a little bit. Like my shirts, I'm going to start putting my shirts on there for a minute, and then if they don't sell, I'm gonna let them go for the $1. The nice shirts that I'm going for. No,
Maybe.
No, that's a joke.
Yeah.
But
Maybe $1, maybe $2.
hey, I'd be happy with 2. No.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Whatnot. I think it's fun, but I definitely can see how like it can get frustrating. It's just so weird. It's so hard to predict. Like there are times like you had a couple auctions there where like you just had people that were throwing money at you. And then
Well, I had better shirts that time too, man. That was what it was.
yeah.
And,
But
in my case, like you said, it was something that a lot of people were not doing at the time, and now I'm starting to see people actually doing it too now.
Better get back to it.
But the thing is that they are starting at higher prices, and then of course they don't sell. But
Look, here's the thing. If there are people out there that live in rural areas or that live in areas where there's not a lot of garage sales or thrift stores or something like that, they're going to have no problem paying $10, $12 for a pair of shoes because they're not seeing it anywhere else.
right.
Or if you live in like rural areas where, sneakers just really aren't even a thing, where most people don't wear sneakers, then they're going to have a tough time finding things like that. So they'll gladly pay certain amounts of money for certain things. It's just a matter of getting those people in your store. Like I remember Dave did that GI Joe auction, and he had a bunch of little GI Joe figures. A lot of them were not broken, but like the rubber band in them broke. And like I was in the room, Jimmy was in the room, like a whole bunch of us were in the room watching this. None of us were winning anything because there was 3 guys in there that were all collectors. And what would happen is like I'd go $1, Jimmy would go $2, somebody else would go $3, and somebody else would go $4. And then we'd all stop right around the level we want to be at to be able to resell these things. And then collector number 1 would go to $10, and then collector number 2 would go to 12, and 3 would go to, and then all 3 of them would just go back and forth. And then there's me, Jimmy, and everybody else just going, all right.
Well, yeah, because now we're gonna have to take the time, change the rubber bands out on them,
Right.
which aren't hard. They're not hard to do, but it's time consuming.
Yeah.
And Dave,
I mean,
Dave was being honest. He's like, you got to replace them. The legs are just bouncing.
I didn't see it, but is it true of Val saying that Harry Tornado had James Franco on his Whatnot auction?
I hope not.
That would actually that's kind of I'll make you mad. It's gonna make me mad too. It's like
it's not making me mad. It's just okay, Vals. I'm gonna bite.
Okay, the guy's cool, but I mean, come on, Whatnot, help the little guy.
Tell us more. I need to know. Like, was he on
really
as the
know.
buyer, or was he on like?
He's on the bottom screen.
Have you seen those roulette ones? No, the roulette shoes.
Oh,
I think
in Vegas, yeah, the roulette wheel. Yeah, we're gonna go right now.
Yeah, no, 0, 00, 13, or all evens is what I bet on. No, Rosie, what are you talking
Perfect.
about? Tell me. Kristen had someone years ago message me mad that I didn't include the quarter I had in the photos to show the floor.
Really? Come on, people.
Come on, man.
It's like now you got to put an actual sign on the pen or quarter says like not included.
Hi, Bartermania. Thanks for stopping in. Your wife's speechless. that's the smallest message I've ever seen. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Franco was buying. It's on Trash to Cash. I haven't listened to their latest.
Is it the actual James Franco though? Anybody could just put James Franco.
It's funny you say that. So yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's weird, but possible. I don't know. I saw so somebody posted in one of those Facebook groups, and apparently they think Ed Helms is part of this group, and he does reselling on the side because he enjoys it. And I'm like, and so somebody posted a picture of Ed Helms and said, hey, I just wanted to say hi to Ed Helms if he really is here, and I heard he was a reseller. And I'm like, I think that guy's, if you don't know who Ed Helms is, he's the guy that sings in The Hangover. He's also in The Office. He's Andy in The Office. He's in a bunch of other movies and shows, but yeah, weird, huh? I don't know. But they firmly believe he's in this group, and I'm like, I don't think he is. I'm like, because I feel like if Ed Helm was looking for reseller experience, he'd hire somebody to coach him.
Right.
So,
I mean, just look how much money they're throwing to bring in celebrities.
Yeah. Val says Commonwealth doubts it too, but Dave and Carrie are pretty firm that it was actually Franco. I doubt it. I think it's a gimmick.
Yeah.
People buy shirts for really high prices and enters them into the bounty, and they get a spin on the wheel. And if it lands on the bounty, they get the shirt in the bounty.
Oh,
no, I have not seen.
so-
it. I haven't seen
So
it.
it's kind of like what Rally Roost does. When you buy something, they get to spin on the wheel, and whatever lands, they get that extra prize.
It's I've seen some pretty creative stuff on there. It's cool.
But see, people like us, can we really afford to do that though?
I think it would be fun. Like I did it with John because I like John and because he was doing like a game where it wasn't the one where you get the teams. It was the one where you get, I think it was like he had stacks of packs of cards and you bid, and then when you won, you gave him a number and then he counted through the stack and you got the one out of the stack and then he opened it on camera. And I did it because I like John and I'm just supporting John. I could care less what was in there. Turned out I almost got my money back because one of the cards that I ended up getting out of there is actually worth like $25. But
Nice.
yeah, I've seen a couple like weird. I saw someone do like stuff with Pokemon that was kind of cool. I've seen some games that like are cool. I'm worried about sustainability there. Like, how long can you do that and continue to get the same people or people over and over again? Like, that's what kind of worries me about doing something like that. Because, like, I feel like after a while, the novelty is going to wear off and people are going to go, yeah, I could spend $50 and maybe get $100 shirt, or I could go and buy a $10 shirt and, I'd be just as happy.
It's the same thing as gambling, though. It doesn't get tiring. There's a chance that you're going to get something free. So it's just like that thrill of the unknown.
Yeah.
It's like, you're buying something for like $50, but there's that chance that you might get something that'll double your money for free just for buying something that you're already going to buy anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I mean, I think so. I just wonder how long you can do that and people will continue to come back. That's the only thing I wonder. So,
right.
I mean, all the people that we want to come back, the ones that, outbid themselves, they ain't coming back anymore.
That's true. I wish they would.
Right.
Jen, I wasn't making fun of you. I was just saying you were speechless that James Franco was in there. So that was all I was saying. The story says that Harry Tornado knows someone that knows someone. That's how he chose Harry Tornado's auction.
He's big. He's big enough to be somewhat believable about that. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but
Is Sarah using the air fryer?
Yeah. No.
I'm just hearing it go.
I am going to keep my mouth shut on all of this because I have an opinion and I don't think it will be a very popular opinion, so I'm going to shut up. It's not.
You can just see that you want to say it though.
I do because it.
he's like, how do we do this? How do we do this?
There's no way. I mean, it could really be James Franco. Yes. Could Harry Tornado know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody?
It's possible.
If that somebody is an agent that he also is trying to hire, yes, that's possible. Is it possible that because Harry Tornado is Harry Tornado that he met somebody that knows a movie star? He's a reseller on YouTube.
No.
I mean, I like the guy, but I don't think his fame would drive him towards Hollywood. I just don't see it.
So I think, hate me guys if you want. I'm just thinking what I'm thinking. It's possible because remember, he did go to a YouTube convention here in LA. There are a lot of agents that probably go to that probably know somebody who knows somebody else's agent. And it's also possible that somebody from the Whatnot team, one of the higher ups, they know that his agent directly, and that's how that happened. NDAs are the best.
I don't know, man. It's weird. Yes, that roulette thing is vaguely illegal in most states.
Right.
If you're in Nevada, though, probably not. Well, I guess if you'd still need a license, right?
I think so, yeah.
One thing you can almost 100% count on is that Harry Tornado will say that Franco was there because he's confident Franco was there. He's good at pulling views and other stuff. It's plausible because Franco has some things that keep him out of the limelight, and Whatnot is a good waiting poll to see if people have forgiven. Not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Just saying.
I mean,
that's a
I mean, I do agree that Josh, he really does bring in the audience. Every single auction that I see, he has at least 300-400 people in it, which is amazing to me. Some people are probably there just to watch him, but the items that he's selling, they're basically going for reselling prices, and I'm pretty or probably a lot more. But I'm pretty sure people want they just want that shout out and they want their name there, so like you said, so they could get the follows.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you don't win, like Adam, we'll call it out. Even if we're bidding, we don't win. If he just says your name, dude, you're getting 20 followers. It's crazy.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. I just I don't know. I feel I would never think that this or any other YouTube channel I make, unless it's like a kid's channel or something that has pure entertainment value, where it would translate well off of YouTube on another medium, meaning like television or Netflix, like that girl. What was that girl that made a Netflix special? That she was a big YouTuber. I can't remember her name, but she got a Netflix deal where she made, and I watched like the first 3 seasons of it, and I couldn't figure out what was going on, but she got it, and she had 1 season. I think she made it to season 2, barely, and then got canceled. Like, this medium, to me, unless it's something like I said, a kid's show, those people end up like, what's the kid show that got real popular?
Blippi or
Blippi.
Ryan's World.
Right.
The kid who's basically a teenager now, and he's got millions of dollars.
Yes, but those kinds of things, I just feel like those translate, and those would push you towards Hollywood. But like reselling, no, because what we do has already been done, like on network television. Discovery tried it. They had 2 guys that sold on eBay that went to thrift stores, and it was a terrible show. Like, it flopped. It made it 1 season, and then it shut because it
Wait,
just
they did?
Yeah,
What was
absolutely. That's a real good question.
Because the only thing I know is that I think it was a news source from Florida. They featured rally routes, but of course this was way before everything, when reselling wasn't as popular. I think at this point in time, it's become so popular because so many different things have been happening that a lot of people turn to reselling, and I think it might actually be somewhat successful now. But at the same time, there's so much YouTube content out there, which who knows actually.
Yeah. I can't see him. I can't see them knowing the same people. Like, it just doesn't. You live in that area, I've lived in California. Like, I am 100% certain that most people travel and associate with people in their groups. It's a very common thing on the West Coast. And if you're in show business, you're in show business. Getting into that niche or that group of people is incredibly difficult. Mm-hmm. Even if you're a wonderful actor, even if you're on television, you're a news anchor, if you're a politician, if you're all kinds of stuff, getting in there is so hard that I would think that Josh would already be in. I can't see it. I like the guy. Again, nothing personal towards him, but does he know James Franco? No, he doesn't. There's no way he does. And if he does, he can come on this show and he could tell us he does, and bring him on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or next Monday. We'll set it up.
No, I would leave work just to come here and do that show with you guys. It's like, nope, I'm gonna go meet James Franco right now.
Same. Be like, drop the link right now.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, I'm gonna be on my phone driving.
Prove it to us, buddy. We'll be here. I will buy a new computer for that show to make sure there is no blips whatsoever.
You're gonna buy that new Samsung 26-inch curved gaming
Mac
monitor
Pro,
that
baby.
way.
Nah, Mac Pro, baby. Big tower sitting down here. This thing can power a small village.
Yeah.
It's gonna be beautiful.
It'll be our famous straighten up, guys. James Franco.
That's right.
That one.
And I can tell you right now, I'll pay for it just with having James Franco on this channel. YouTube's gonna go, what is happening? This guy has 1,800 subscribers and he's got 6 million people in his room.
Hey, that's when your channel's gonna blow up, because when people type in James Franco, the live's gonna be the first thing popping up. I was like, oh,
I'm gonna get a message from Harry Tornado with the cease and desist letter. That's what's gonna happen. Don't talk about me anymore. Shut up. His channel is just entertainment. It barely is reseller content. He's making videos for people who aren't resellers. Probably. Mark's here. Hi, Mark. Long time no talk.
Hey, Mark.
But also,
Hey, Mark.
Whatnot has been having famous people on. That's true, they have. I just can't see them do. I don't know what it would benefit by putting a celebrity in the chat and buying something off of me or anybody. I just can't see that.
It's just bringing more people in because it's just that auction format. It's like a form of gambling. They just want people to get addicted to that auction format, find someone they really like, and just keep buying their stuff. Because remember, it's all fees for them. That's what they're hoping. But
I keep buying shirts off this Darke County Picker guy all the time.
Yeah, you might as well. They're cheap.
So,
but I mean, that's the only benefit I could see. Because I mean, yeah, they've been getting a lot of people recently, and of course, more resellers.
Well, if James Franco wants some T-shirts, I got some pretty cool ones coming up next week.
Right?
If James Franco is a Nintendo
Pittsburgh
64
picker
fan, this will
Pittsburgh
be
picker on Whatnot.
That's right. It's not vintage. It looks vintage, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I saw this in the bins and went, and then I went, oh.
The reprint.
Yeah, a good reprint too.
I was gonna actually ask you guys
It has good traction.
there was something that Josh did that actually I found kind of interesting. Because some people, they're deterred from buying on Whatnot because of that first shipping auction price, right? Because you pay whatever it is, then the actual shipping. And then Josh put his stickers on the buy now. I think it's for like $1 plus the lowest shipping, and everything afterwards was $1. Good or bad idea?
Well, no, two things. There's something just clicked in my head, and we'll talk about it later. And I think I heard Jimmy. I think I saw a light bulb go on top of Jimmy's head too.
That's why I'm laughing. It's okay.
But yeah. Okay, so yeah.
What am I missing? I'm missing something.
You're totally missing it. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So okay, for sure. It's a good idea, sure. Is it good for Whatnot? No. I mean, and he's under contract with them, from what I understand. What he's essentially doing is he's charging everybody $4 shipping, or $4 initially because it would go first class under 8 ounces. So he's charging less than $4 or less per. And then everybody's adding $1 onto it. So let's say I buy a sticker off his store, buy it now for $4, and then I buy a pair of shoes off of him for what should be $12 shipping. I only paid $6 shipping. So yeah, is it a benefit? Yeah, absolutely for the buyer. For Whatnot, no, they're getting hosed. So that's what I would be worried about if I were him, because he has something with the company, and the company may choose to renew said something later down the road. But think about it twice when something like that happens. Should you do it?
Yeah, you're right.
They're gonna catch on at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, that the whole dollar thing, it's a great model, but it's sustainable.
Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily sustainable that what you're looking for. You're just trying to get people to spend more money in your auction, which makes a lot of sense. What does it work for right now? Yeah. Could you do it right now? Yeah. Whatnot is for sure going to put a stop to that. Will they do it anytime in the near future? I don't know. It all depends on how much they're really paying attention to money coming in, because right now they don't care. They're just getting investments. So they're blowing through cash like crazy, and they're just trying to bring their valuation up. So will they catch on this month? Maybe. Will they catch on next month? Maybe. Will it be a year? Maybe. You never know. But will they catch on eventually? Absolutely.
I agree with you. I think they're gonna end up selling the company off to somebody else. As to who that's gonna be,
they're getting pretty big. So they might not need to. They've been doing that. Put someone who is like sort of famous, whether on an auction or with someone who actually has stuff on the auction, because not everyone who they want to sponsor can do an auction. Yeah, I can see that. Hold up. You just said you can't see the benefit. Rewind and look at how hot this topic became in the chat. All Whatnot has to do is get people in the door, and many of them spend money. You're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just never mind.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, hi Marketplace Boutique. Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, hi.
Hey, how's it going?
That's actually a good idea. Yeah, the stickers are actually a good idea. That's the benefit. Everyone says no way, and they go and check, and once they are, there's a good chance of purchase. Okay, don't be mad at me, Vals, but I will show you exactly what I'm about to talk about. The only people talking about it was you and one comment from Rosie. So, yeah, it does get people talking. Does it get all the people talking? No. Do people believe it? No. I don't think it's worth it. But that's my opinion.
I mean, they sponsored a video game convention here in LA. I don't know how much money, how many people actually signed up because of that. But
No.
I mean, I never see any of the sponsors when I'm going to conventions.
Yeah.
Even if their logos are like big, I don't even see them.
I'm not
Right.
disagreeing with anybody. I'm not disagreeing with Ed. I'm not disagreeing with Jimmy. I'm not disagreeing with you, Valves. You could be 100% right. In my mind, it wouldn't drive as much business as if James Franco came on their platform and said, "Hey, I'm a reseller. Want to buy some of my stuff?" And he could literally be sitting on their platform selling Beanie Babies, and they would sell for tons because he
Right.
is who he is. Having him in the chat, it could be a ploy to just say, "Oh, look, he's lurking," and then all of a sudden, boom. Now, having said that, if he all of a sudden starts doing auctions, they played that perfectly. And I will
Right.
be the first to say I'm completely wrong in how they played it. Because if they just were kind of tickling the idea in there, and all of a sudden he shows up on a whatnot auction, then they played it perfectly. So
If they could get one celebrity, which celebrity do you think it would be that would absolutely make Whatnot blow up and basically sell things that are way overpriced?
Pittsburgh
Michael
Pitt-
Jordan.
Michael Jordan would do good.
I
Can you
mean-
imagine Michael Jordan selling Jordans?
I was gonna say, how about selling those Jordans in this glass case? It's like,
Yeah.
this
Oh,
is gonna
man.
be auctioned off.
I'm just saying, if Michael Jordan would come on there, dude, nobody adhere. We could put our money together to buy a pair of those shoes.
No.
Just saying.
Well, I mean, you
Because
talking
they'd
about the
all
money
be-
I have downstairs in the safe? Because we don't talk about that.
No. I bet like
No,
play
we-
money.
we're just-
Our play money.
I'll say, we'll trade your smoker for the shoes.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know. I see. I'm just not up on like who's the really popular people are online, things like that. I don't know with 100%. Like when that guy came on to do the Pokemon thing, like everybody was talking about it. Like it was this massive Pokemon find that somebody found in a Kmart, and now he's going to auction them off. And the first comment out of my mouth, and I think I did it live, like I always do, and put my foot in my mouth. I said, "Who's he?" And everybody in the chat was like, "Oh, you don't know who he is?" I still don't even remember his name, but he's apparently very popular, and I think he's like a boxer now, or he's trying to be a boxer, and he's going to get knocked out by Mike Tyson or something like that. Am I correct?
Oh,
Logan
Logan
Paul?
Paul.
Is it Logan? Was it Logan Paul? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was.
he was the first. He was the first celebrity that Whatnot got, and then they saw how successful that was.
Yeah.
That they started going that course.
But I legit didn't know who that guy is, so I guess what I'm saying is I'm the wrong guy to ask because he did really good, and there was like 2,000, 4,000 to 5,000 people in that auction, and it went nuts. And that could be a great thing. And it but like if you would ask me like what celebrity would I like to see auction off some of his memorabilia, I'd love to see Chevy Chase or Steve Martin or somebody like that, because I would be all over that, and I'd probably get it for $5 because no one was watching. So that's just my thing.
I would like James Earl Jones because of his voice, or even Morgan Freeman.
Oh, man, if he sold Darth Vader figures,
Or
can you imagine?
no.
Jimmy would be mortgaging his house to buy one of those.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
By the way, Mark, also the newest to Whatnot, needs 18 subs to get to the big golden ticket, being famous. So anybody that's not sub to SM Postcards, take a walk on over. Sub to Mark for us.
And Mark, when are you having your first auction?
I'll let him tell you. The shipping thing of Whatnot has really started to make me wonder about their longevity. Until I heard the policy, I was like, these guys are a force, and now I'm like, how much do they lose? Yeah, I agree.
Have to be losing a lot.
Yes. But Poshmark does it too. Not on purpose, but they do. They eat a lot of stuff. Like, have you ever had something overweight and stuck a 5-pound label on it? Have you ever got a chargeback?
Yes.
I never.
I mean,
I was
I got
was right at the
charged back on
limit.
Macari, but that's about as far as it went.
On Macari, yes.
Yeah,
On Poshmark, no.
Oh no,
I was-
no.
yeah, I was right at the limit of 4 pounds and 15.8 ounces.
Yeah. I had an 11-pound box that I sent on Macari, and I stuck the 5-pound label on it. And this wasn't me trying to rip them off. I didn't know that other button was there, because this was before they kind of edited it and made that button a little more prominent
Right.
so that you can see it. I didn't even know it was there, so I stuck a 5-pound label on it, and it made it. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. And at one point during that time, I have to kind of jump back. I didn't even know the labels were 5 pounds only. I just stuck the 5-pound label on it. And I've ever since then, I've done it several times after that on purpose. And I've never gotten a charge back. So I'm going to get kicked off Poshmark. I sent out 266 offers. Like, things are happening.
No, trust me, Poshmark can't afford to lose any of their good sellers right now.
Yes, apparently they can. Yeah, go ahead and sub to Mark. I could care less if Franco was on Harry Tornadoes, whatnot. Irrelevant to me. Totally agree. Val's saying, I see your point, not everyone talking, but we're a super small sample and we're talking about him here. If that were actually here, it would be more chatter, in my opinion. Okay.
That's true.
No problem. How many people do you think really actually care about celebrities?
Unfortunately, a lot of people do. A lot of people do.
Yeah,
you just say their name and they will show up. Well, just really take me for example. I know where Keanu Reeves actually hangs out because he's a big motorcycle enthusiast here in LA. I know where he is, and I missed him. I missed him by almost 2 minutes because I was behind it with one of my groups, and one of my other friends got a picture with him. I was like, I wanted that picture with him. Only because of 2 minutes I didn't get that picture. But if Keanu Reeves were to go on Whatnot, I would go on that auction. I would.
Oh, can you imagine him selling Matrix stuff? It's stupid money. I guess pro wrestlers are selling on Whatnot already. I didn't know that.
Yeah, a few.
So, and Val's has got a good point here. Look at the Depp and Heard trial, and I haven't been watching it, and I know stuff from that thing is. You don't even know who James Franco is. Jeez.
Yes, you do, Sarah. Does she?
She doesn't. I'm sure she doesn't. And I have no idea what even. Yes, you do. The other guy in Pineapple Express, Ethan Page. She has no clue. Okay.
The internship.
Ethan Page wrestles on AEW, I guess. Smaller is better. Okay, sure. Good Lord, Adam, don't give him any ideas. I would sell a kidney to buy anything from Betty, my goodness white. Oh, my goddess white. Yeah.
Well, that's different because it's someone who unfortunately passed away. It's different between someone like that and versus someone who's still alive.
Yeah, no problem, Vals. I like a healthy debate, just as good as anybody. Yep. Wednesday, 7:30, 30 lots, 10 cards each is Mark's first Whatnot. So nice. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central. So that would be 8 p.m. my time, East Coast time, and
6 p.m. my time.
Would be 5 your time?
Yeah, so 5 my time.
Yeah, it'd be 5.
Yeah, 5 your time. So
why not?
Difference on shipping. Posh makes mistakes. Whatnot is shouting that everybody. Yeah, I agree. I just it's weird. I don't know who he is. Yeah, Angie doesn't know who James Franco is either. All Ego Ethan Page does a monthly action figure show. Wow.
Who's that?
Apparently, not so shorty resells does not really like Ethan Page.
Who's Ethan Page? I don't know who that is.
He's a professional wrestler.
Oh, there you go.
Rosie, sticking with the program here. They don't care that they're losing money. They aren't trying to make profit. They are trying to create seller base and collect our information. She got it.
Maybe they're just trying to take business so they piss somebody off from there. I was like, you know what? Let's just make this company and take business away from eBay.
There's too small to go that big right now. They are trying. All they're trying to do is get more investors. They want another round of investments. They want it to be bigger than the last one, and if they can get much bigger than the last one, they're going to be happy. They don't, and then eventually they're gonna want to either sell or go public. Those are their two. That's the end game for any .com. Doesn't matter what they're doing. The end game is either go public, like Facebook, Twitter, and Tesla, you name it. Go public. Poshmark. That didn't go well. That's their end game. I mean, that's legitimately their end game. So what they're doing right now is just trying to create some sort of valuation. And if they can hide things like shipping, or if they can hide things like money loss with shipping, or money loss with paying a celebrity or something like that, they're okay with it because they're showing what a potential profit. They don't need to show a profit. They just need to show the potential.
Potential.
Right.
Is what it is. So that's just going to be the way it's going to go for quite a while now. So, which is fine. I don't mind making money off of it. 59 cents at a time.
Absolutely.
I'm actually going to be changing up my whatnot auction strategy too, because I did an hour and a half that shirt auction. I made $45. I wasted. It was pretty bad. Big learning experience. and I have so many bags of shoes here that, wait, let me see. These alone right here. These I could have made $45 on in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I wasted so much time.
Yeah.
And like these on clouds, $100, even with that little flaw right there.
I
those
think,
are the on cloud drips.
Yeah. I don't know. In my opinion, Whatnot's more for. We use Whatnot as kind of a supplement. You know, it's like I'm not going to take the time to list a $10 shirt. Or if I do take the time to list a $10 shirt, I'm not going to leave it up for very long. I'm going to leave it up for a month. If somebody wants it, great. If not, it's coming back down and I'm going to sell it for $4 or $5, or $1, but if I get the $1 for it, I paid 25 cents for it. So that's kind of the way I've been utilizing Whatnot. Is that the right way to utilize Whatnot? I don't know.
I think it is.
Mark's taking a different approach because I talked to him and I'll let him explain it if he wants to, but he's using it to take place of another marketplace. And I feel like a lot of people are doing that. I feel like a lot of people are saying, okay, well, I'm pulling out a Macari or I'm pulling out a Poshmark and I'm going to try and move that inventory quicker because to all of us, unless it's something that's selling within the first 2 months, we'll say, and that might even be a little long. If it's not selling for it within the first 2 months, you might as well just get your money back for it at that point because you can take said money and put it to work somewhere else. So even if I paid $20 for these pair of shoes and I got my $20 back, I may go put it into something like a paintball gun that I spent $15 on and I sold it for $150. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the way we're viewing it if we put stuff up like we're thinking about clearing out some Funko Pops or something, just because they're moving so slowly that we might just take them down, take that money, put it in the bank, and put it somewhere else and make it work a little harder. And then that money, whatever we buy there, hopefully generates a bigger profit. That's just my opinion. So
because right now you're just purging your old inventory, right, of the t-shirts that you have, or you're okay.
Sarah's going to bins tomorrow.
So that's actually what that's what I was going to ask. Are you guys still going to the bins? Because I just see you guys talking about the high bid and yard sales now.
No. She's going tomorrow because we have a pretty good inventory over here. We did exactly what I said. We took down a lot of our old inventory. I'm pretty sure Jimmy did the same thing, and just took it off of eBay because it was sitting, and the other, and this is going to get into a little bit more of a philosophical conversation, but whenever you run into situations in the world where you're talking about recessions or you're talking about people not having a lot of money and things getting more expensive, the collector's market is one of the first to go because people aren't spending a lot of money on dumb stuff. So collector's t-shirts are not something that's going to move quickly. So that's part of the reason where we decided to pull things off of eBay and put them on Whatnot. So,
by the way, what'd you guys sell? I just heard the cha-ching.
A Boeing 787 Dreamliner baseball hat. I don't remember where I got it though.
Remember, Jimmy, we're only part-time. Adam has an advantage over us.
I know. How joking.
Hi, Bearded PokeTuber. Thanks for coming in. You came in right at a great time. And all war plans go south after the first shot. Very true. Let's see. Okay, here's Mark's explanation. He's leaving Hip Postcards. They have tanked since October 2. Other postcard sellers are migrating to Whatnot, and I need to get my time slot and have a presence. 3, why not? I love it.
Well, because remember, first Mark was very against going on. Was like, I'm never gonna go on it.
Yeah, he did it.
Now he is.
Are you aware that your wife is having withdrawals from the bins?
Yes.
Has she started picking through your hampers and stuff? Like,
No.
Single stitch.
Yeah, we went garage sale on Sunday, which was kind of weird, but
yeah.
we did the fill up bag for like $10 and like a big Marshall bag full, not a grocery bag, but she could tell she was digging through these shirts like the biz. I'm like, where are they? There's like 4 of us. What are you doing?
She's pushing people away from her.
No, but no, I mean, we're getting good deals at garage sales right now, so better than bin prices. So
yeah, that's something we haven't. It's something we haven't found at our garage sales yet. Is vintage T-shirts. Like we found a Coogie, like a early 2000s PacSun Coogie-ish sweater, and that was the best. Like we just haven't. We found okay T-shirts, but nothing vintage yet, which is kind of disappointing.
Maybe they know that the vintage are the ones that do sell now.
Sarah doesn't know where the hat is. He gone. I will auction off 300 postcards a week. MSRP equals $1,400. A lot starting at $1. So there you go.
Oh wow! I mean, he does have like thousands of postcards.
So 59 cents.
I guess going through the hamper could be just like going to the bin. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Already sold the. Oh, it's funny. We sold the vest we got from a yard sale too today. Was it ugly? Already sold the vest we got from that yard sale. Totally do the same things. I like having Bin's brain. My current backstock, I have estimated 50 weeks of auctions, 15,000 postcards.
Wow.
The man's a planner.
So you have a year's worth of auctions already planned out. Oh, close to a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or is that over a year? That's over a year.
I mean, both have clothes that haven't been washed. Yeah, I mean, it could work. Just Jimmy, whenever she's at work, get the hampers and like put all the clothes like on your table, so it's like going to the bins. And then when she comes home, she'll be like, and she can,
just do right through
it.
Single stitch.
It's funny too. It's funny because I wake up. So every Saturday I wake up at 6 a.m. Gotta feed the kids, make them breakfast before we head out to the flea market. And I do that for a very specific reason. So I usually get to the flea market at 7 a.m. By that time, I already see so many clothing vendors out, and you see one that says 50 cents a piece. Just think about a mini bins, but in a very small space, and people are literally actually pushing each other.
No.
And of course, I'm pretty sure those people, they wake up at like maybe 3-4 in the morning to go just to that specific section. And I don't know where they're getting it, but I don't wake up until 6 in the morning because what I want isn't even ready till then.
Yeah, Sarah better find that hat because they just paid for it. So
you didn't sell it during the hat auction, right?
I did. I bought it off of Jimmy's hat auction.
Oh, there you go.
No. Marketplace Boutique just hit the best vintage garage sale. Plaid everything. That's amazing.
That'd be awesome.
I may or may not have hip checked the woman who was trying to look at the section I was in.
You did.
You can't confirm or deny that this has happened. Mark has 4 weeks of auctions and a YouTube promo videos already done. Just need to create a whatnot stream each week. Serious.
Okay.
Yeah, serious. So
you finally saw the light, Mark.
Oh man, I don't think I have enough shirts to do that many auctions. See, and I'd be scared. We like to throw in like 4 or 5 that we find that week too. Like I don't know about you, Jimmy, but like if I find like 4 or 5 decent shirts, I'll just add it on to the next show rather than let it sit. Especially if it's something sports related. And like I'm glad we sold the Penguins shirt last week because they're gone. Yeah. They're out of the playoffs now. So, there's some things that I just would want to like hurl onto an auction as fast as possible. So,
well,
it's
like I said, I had the Supersonic shirt up. I did let that. I mean, I could have let it sit on eBay for $40 and just let it. But again, I only had $1 into it, if that. Not even that. Yeah, actually, it was like 75 cents. But regardless of the situation, I was like, the way that auction was going, I was being serious. I was like, man, I will not have that shirt. I will not start that. I mean, But I mean, it sold for $12, and it was cool. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
that person's going to make a profit on it, so I was happy with it. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I think the other cool thing too is the fact that you can't individually search for an item of what is sold, so it can't tank the market on eBay.
Yeah.
So
Right.
That's
so like
true.
you sell something super cheap on eBay, you can see that it's sold for that, and eventually if people keep doing it, prices are gonna go down.
I don't know about you, but like when I comp something, I very seldom pay unless it's something that like the vast majority of them sold via auction. But there's always like, if I let's say I comp a pair of Nikes and I see 35, 35, 35, 35, and then there's always inevitably a $10 one with an auction with one bid. And I don't even pay attention to them. Even if it has three bids. Like the vast majority of auction comps, I don't even pay attention to on eBay to begin with because they don't mean anything to me. That means that people don't look for this one thing specifically. And Nikes are a great example of that because you could have a shoe that looks almost identical. And because they're different numbers, they're, so no one's going and typing, I want, Nike 6756-11111. People are going, I want Nike running shoes size 11 and a half. And so, all that says to me is I was looking for a 11 and a half pair of Nike running shoes and I saw some idiot had it on auction and it was ending in 3 minutes and there was no bids on it. So I threw a $10 bid and I won. So that's why I don't like auctioning things because that happens a lot. Where people just maybe aren't looking for this particular thing and they just are like, oh, sweet. Somebody's stupid enough to put this on auction. $5 and then it's done.
And also what some people do is all they see is a cheap price and they don't even bother to look through the photos and they see that basically the whole soles are basically used up already. There's nothing left.
That too. Yeah. So
and then when they win the auction, they realize like, oh wait, everything's gone. Why am I going to pay money for this? Forget about it. They're just going to cancel it.
Yeah. Mark had to leave his scent on the whatnot tree. Hi, Storage Bandits. Thanks for coming
Storage
in.
Bandits.
Kristen's very nervous about her first whatnot auction. You'll get used to it. So.
Doesn't she need to schedule it before they take away her live access? Actually,
I don't know.
I don't think they really. I don't think they told me I could schedule mine within 2 months if I wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
They told me within the first 15 days, so I don't know if they changed that or not.
I think it's a scare tactic. I mean, once the first egg sells, it's like, yes, let's go. Let's keep it going.
That's right. Adam Matt is still not on Whatnot, and he put up a YouTube video promoting his Whatnot auction, and people are saying they cannot find him either. That's Jackass Retro. It was weird, and we were talking about it today. So he was on Whatnot. He created a auction, and then now the auction's there, but the username is gone. It's just a little person, no username. And if you hit the follow button, nothing happens.
Really?
Did he get banned?
He hasn't even had an auction. It's his first one.
I mean, do they not like his name?
That's what I said. Yeah, maybe he didn't
probably.
like the name Jackass Retro.
Which it's a donkey. I mean,
it is.
His logo's a donkey. Seriously, I mean, come on, man.
I mean, to them, that's like,
the only thing I can
no,
think
that's too close. You can't have that in there.
Yeah. See, Kristen, Mark was nervous until she talked to me tonight, and all good now. All his fault when I crash and burn. Thanks. Great. Just what I need is that. But yeah, Kristen, if you need any help, let us know. We'll video chat with you and help you out. No problem there.
Yeah. So. After the first auction, you get over it. Just if you have someone to help you, have someone help you, and do the phone and computer because that helps out so much. It really does. And put pictures up because that really does help too.
Yes. With the pre-bids. The pre-bids definitely. I'm glad I asked you guys about it. Well, Jimmy was doing it because you weren't approved yet, but I'm glad I asked because the pictures don't have to be fancy. Like, I don't know about you, but I unfold half of the shirt so you can see the whole graphic, click, and if there's like a major flaw, I'll picture it. But other than that, or if it's like a really incredibly awesome tag, I might take a picture of the tag, but you can only have 3 pictures. And
for me, I just have it hanging, the front picture, and then the tag, and that's it. I only just pick 2 pictures, and I head on. And I just do the 8 through 11 now shipping because that's what all of them are, anyways.
Do you ever take a second look at the pictures? Because I don't.
No, I just take them.
No.
I mean, we're gonna show up during the auction, so it's just so they could see what they're at least pre-bidding for.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I need a. I need to get an IV holder, because ours is not good. Ours
Dude,
doesn't.
Like I said, that thing started out as a joke, but man, I've used that thing. Like I said, even when I did my hats, I had my phone holder on it. Man, it's been perfect.
If there was only a way you could like mount a head to at the top of it, and then just move it down a little, and then you can put the hats on the head.
I may try that.
It's gonna look so freaky though, because you're gonna literally have an IV holder with a decapitated head on top of it.
It's right here. It's gonna blow your mind. Ready? What's going on there?
Yeah, see, you can just mount the head right to the top of it. Oh man, would that be awesome?
$5 at the bins. That's $5.
Nice.
I can't believe
But
it.
again, I would have spent the $30 from Walgreens on that thing, man. To be honest with you.
That thing, it's sturdy and it's the perfect thing to hang shirts on, because I've seen people with like the Walmart racks or whatever, and those don't do very well. And then
That's what I got.
I've seen those, and those don't do very well either.
They
Like,
don't. I feel like
yeah,
this thing's
they're
gonna
hard.
always fall down.
Yeah, exactly. And then the thing we bought is actually for displaying T-shirts on hangers, and it falls over constantly, and it's just janky.
That thing's
so,
like, I mean, I can't.
yeah,
I mean,
it's rough.
I'm not making fun of it. I was like, I know.
No, you can't.
I seen that thing before I got that. Like I said, that started out as a joke, and I was like, no, I'm actually going to get that to hang shirts on.
Yeah, it's great.
See, for Mark, this would actually be perfect, because this could just be laying down, seeing the cards for him, and he doesn't have to move anything.
He's already got it. He told me about it. Though.
He's already,
not
good
that.
to go.
He's got something that he's gonna have his hands.
Yeah.
I go down. We all go down. He's taking me with him. No assistance. No, you can let me know. I'll video chat with you and help you out. First Impression Films just giving us a dash. Thank you, sir. I've had 122 views of my YouTube promo video so far, so I'm okay if it's the first one. Oh my word. I can hang postcards on it. Yeah, you could. You could put a hole in them live and then just hang it right. It'd be great. We would love it.
Or just get a sleeve and just keep putting the cards in there.
Yeah, close pin it. See? That's multi-use, man.
You spin it around. You're like, there's the back, here's the front. Actually, Mark, you can put one on each end of it, and then just, first auction, second auction.
Or what I was gonna say, just get the little electric spinner with the little card holder, and just let the card be spinning for the auction.
That's
$50.
$50
on a spinner. Does that thing has wheels on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could just turn it right around. There you go. I know what Jimmy's being for Christmas for Halloween this year. Something that involves an IV bag.
Well, I thought about being a Viking, but I don't know. That's even funnier. I could be like, just get a lab coat and just walk around with
it. Red margarita in it.
Be like, guys, I need a 10-minute nap.
It's a minute. We're recording my first auction, The Agony of Defeat. I think you'll do it.
Nah, you'll be fine. You'll do fine, Mark.
I actually think you're going to do pretty well. I feel like ephemera is the new thing on Whatnot right now, so I feel like people are seeking it. So I think you're going to do really well.
Wait.
Are there a lot of people selling that right now, or is it just very few?
It just started within the last month. You started seeing more and more pop up, and people are selling just lots of ephemera, and people are paying pretty good money for it. So I've seen people that have very little social media presence selling pretty decent lots of ephemera. So,
and Mark can get a bunch of them, so he might be one of the top card sellers there.
Could be another Popeye on our hands. So,
yeah.
All right, we're pushing the 2-hour marker, so
All right.
we'll get in the plugs and get out of here. What do you guys got coming up? Whoever wants to go first.
Go ahead.
All right. So, YouTube wise, I don't think I have anything. I might have something. I'm not 100% sure. I just did my most recent video about the Poshmark return, almost return that I got because, again, buyers can't read, they can't even see, nor do they care. And I think I'm gonna be switching it up where I might be releasing just one video a week because I'm just trying to focus more on reselling and, of course, the show and Whatnot maybe. but for Whatnot Wise, my girlfriend Belen, she's having her first plush auction. I'm gonna be the one behind the computer doing the technical parts, writing down everything. She's gonna be the one doing the actual auction. So if you guys can support her, I would truly appreciate it. And there's a lot of plushes there. One of them is worth $50, so it's right there.
There you go. Nice.
And other than that, I don't have anything else planned. I might do another shoe auction the following week if I have the energy and if it's not burning hot here, because I am not being in my garage when it's 90 degrees outside. I'm just not.
Yeah, great.
Don't blame you, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, that's all I got, guys.
All right. Let's see. We're gonna try to go to another community garage sale. We went to one Saturday, but there was only 3 houses in the whole city. I was like, "What is going on here?" So
great community yard sale.
It was awesome.
A lot of participation there.
Because I was prepared. I had my GoPro. I was ready to go.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, this sucks." So we was literally just grasping at the straws to just find.
How many houses were in the community though?
Quite a bit.
It's like 6 streets and 3 of them.
Well, I kept asking Jen. I was like, "Today is the 14th, right?" She's like, "Yeah, remember Friday the 13th?" I was like, "Okay." I was just making sure. I didn't want to miss the date. I was like,
sucks.
But anyways, so we're gonna attempt to go to another community garage sale to be able to film. But anyways, so Friday, 7 p.m. on Whatnot. Either I'm doing hats or shirts. I may try shirts again, but these are gonna be a little bit better shirts for that guy who's watching. Adam will have another controller, just
That's
FYI.
Right. That's right.
And,
I'll kick your butt right out again.
Hey, I don't care if they buy and you kick them out of the rowdy. I don't care, But no, and then Sunday at 7 p.m. my channel is the Jimmy and John show. So that's it. And then back Monday here.
Right. Tomorrow.
Yeah, buy our shot.
Tomorrow, I'm going to put a video out. I believe it or not, I haven't recorded it yet. I'm going to record it tomorrow. The epic battle between garage sales or thrift stores. Which one's better? And I think, we'll see what the comments come in after that. But yeah, tomorrow that will be coming out. And then this coming Thursday, me and Sarah are back here live. Of course, 9 p.m. So, and then Friday after Jimmy, 9:30. Yeah, 9:30. Whatnot. We're doing another T-shirt auction. So again, we purged eBay old inventory and we're pulling it down. So we got it's going to be a lot like last week. So not a lot of vintage, but a lot of really cool shirts that so we got some Disney. We got some. I think we have a few single stitch. You saw that Nintendo shirt that just pulled out. Things like that, and then maybe some stuff that Sarah will get tomorrow too. Might get thrown on there, and and then we're back Sunday live again. So that's really all that's going on. So I'll try my best to complain in the video as much as possible tomorrow because you guys seem to love it. So I'll do that.
Yes.
But yeah, that's about it for us, guys. We will be back next Monday, 9 p.m. on this channel with another edition of Monday Night Live. So thank you to all of you for watching. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye.
Bye.
Good day, sir.